Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another quick pick prediction video. In this video, I'll be predicting the lightweight bout on the Contender Series between Dylan Salvador versus Bolaji Oki. And how I feel about this right here is I'm gonna go average confidence Dylan Salvador to beat um, Bolaji Oki. I think Bolaji Oki's a solid fighter. I like his boxing, to be honest, especially where he's at currently in his career, like coming into the Contender Series, trying to enter the UFC, and I feel like that could evolve. I like his head movement, I like his boxing, I like his jab, I like his fundamentals and that. Good physical body, pretty decent fight IQ, good wrestling or okay wrestling for where he's at right now. But I don't think it's the best stylistic match for him. He's going there with a guy who's not that much. I think they roughly the same age. I think roughly the same age. So it ain't like either he's a little bit older or he's a little bit older, but it's like 29 and 30 or 30 and 30, something like that. Pretty close in age. And Dylan Salvador has a lot of experience. He fought a lot of the great Muay Thai or a lot of the great Thai fighters. He fought on Bukai. That's almost I'm not going to mention all the ones. Bukai sticks out a lot. And that was like when he was 2016. And I'm not saying that was prime Bukai at all. It wasn't. And did Bukai take him fully serious or nothing like that? Probably not. But he definitely was in there. He took a lot of good kicks, a lot of good knees from Bukai, and he was in there. So that guy is very durable. He has pretty good Thai skills. He's a pretty good striker. And I feel like what's called? Bolaji Oki. I said Bolan. Bolaji Oki. I feel like he has solid power, solid technique, and whatnot. But it's definitely nowhere near world class in kickboxing or Muay Thai or anything like that. And I'm not saying that's the only reason he's gonna win. Well, I'm saying this only reason. Dylan Salvador's gonna win. What I'm saying, average confidence, Dylan Salvador to beat Bolaji Oki. But yeah. And also, I didn't like the fact he felt like an Armenian fighter. Not to say nothing bad about the Armenian fighter, but the Armenian fighter didn't really have a fully polished skill set and was able to push Bolaji Oki, and that wasn't too long ago. And I feel like with his style that Dylan Salvador has, especially the Thai style, he could make the fight very tight and really press him a lot through the fight. The fact that he was able to take Bukai, even though not a prime Bukai, still take his knees and kicks and switch kicks, and a lot of his damage he dealt on him. And I think like over like what 20 minutes, 25 minutes over that long period of time against still a very legit killer even at this point. Even now, Bukai's still a killer. He ain't prime Bukai, but he's still a killer. So 2016 he was even more of a killer. And to take what he had to dish out, I think he could take a lot of damage. And I feel like if he didn't, that wasn't the fact, like maybe he was chinny or something like that. I mean, anyway, no matter how hard you are, you can get chin. Your chin is not invincible, even though it might appear that way. But it's kind of hard to angle for Bolaji Oki to get a TKO stoppage. I think the surprise could be wrestling potentially, but I don't feel I've seen really great wrestling from Bolaji Oki. I saw like this kind of stilled around type of wrestling, no real effective ground and pound or not consistent effective ground and pound, no real effective like BJJ or effective grappling. It's more so like, the fight getting a little bit close. This person's wearing me down a little bit. Let me get a takedown and run the clock out. That's what I saw from him. And I don't think that's gonna be enough to win this fight, or at least I'm not going. It's not enough for me to lean towards him to predict him to win the fight. I guess I would say because I ain't no fortune teller. But yeah, I think it's gonna go to decision. I think it's gonna be a competitive back and forth fight. But I think Dylan Salvador's experience at a high level of Muay Thai kickboxing is gonna allow him to be able to press the pace. I do think Bolaji Oki is gonna try to mix in the wrestling. He's gonna have his good moments here, but I think that experience is gonna be ultimately trumpet. And I feel like both of them definitely kind of stick more in the realm of strikers than grapplers. So primarily play as a striking matchup. I don't think the wrestling gonna be enough, and I think the striking experience and endurance and all that stuff that comes with the experience and fighting at that level is gonna allow Dylan Salvador to get his hand raised and to be able to be the one pushing and dealing more damage down the stretch. So in this one, I have Dylan Salvador via decision.